I'm Tanith Linden. I'm Head of Bars, Dining and Commercial Events at the Open Air Theatre in Regents Park, right in the heart of London. The Open Air Theatre is a big independent theatre. We do a lot of large-scale productions. A lot of those are musicals, revivals of some well-known plays, and we do a lot of increasingly commissioned work. The food and beverage side of things is super important for the theatre. It's the second largest income stream, so we're very reliant on that. In our food and drink side of things, we have quite distinct offers, from a quite formal restaurant where it's a sit-down meal and waiter service, to cafe style, grab and go, fast food style, and then a massive bar, which is famous for being the longest bar in the West End. I came here to a till system that had been quite long-standing and had slowly grown as the business had grown. So there was a bit of a patchwork of old equipment and newer equipment, and quite old software, honestly. For myself, I felt like there was a lot that was being done manually, a lot of, homemade spreadsheets and kind of pulling information from here and there, rather than using your till system to do that for you. I knew that we needed to modernise the system. Part of problems we were having were just to do with us having quite old hardware. I also knew that there were other things that we could get that would actually make things more efficient, make a lot of the time that I was spending trying to work through human errors or like little kinks in the system, just to eradicate them completely. I got shown Tevalis and all the different functions. I was quite interested particularly about a lot of the integrations that they had. There were ideas I had about integrations, some of which then did work with Tevalis, other stuff that I hadn't even thought about which was on offer. But a lot of things, like I say, that were to do with efficiencies, saving us more time in the office and things we were doing manually that now are being done by the tills. The sales aspect was very smooth and quick, and we had a really great technical team. We had some internet related issues, and the team who came to do the setup were really helpful with that, I would say. And then really it was a case of us trialling it, getting it up and running, and then finding where the little issues and the little tweaks were. And that's been easy. There's always someone on the phone who you can call to fix something quite quickly. We've got 13 tills which are operating every night. Each of those have a printer for customer receipts. We also have kitchen printers in multiple areas where we're having food orders, and those are going to the various teams. We have an integration with Dojo for all the payments. So for those, we have a mixture of roaming machines, fixed point machines, and we also recently got the Dojo Pockets, which have been amazing. They've replaced our, we used to have kind of tablets, waiter pad tablets in the restaurant. Now we have a much more compact version, which is just like carrying a mini till around, and they send the orders to the till, they print out just like the other one, and it makes life a lot easier. Everything is a lot less chunky than it used to be. It's a lot smoother. We're lucky in that we have a lot of team who return each season. We can't employ people all year round because we don't do shows in the winter time, but we have a lot who are coming back, so it's definitely been nice to see the relief for the returners in the improvement in the till function. Little things like tills used to freeze all the time. We used to get a lot of drop transactions because the tills weren't keeping up with the card machines. So there were a lot of discrepancies, and that has virtually completely eradicated. Also, some of the innovations like the Dojo Pockets, it's really popular with the team because it's just a lot simpler than it used to be. Speed of service is super important, and the thing that has been very helpful with these tills is getting very logical, minimal steps of layout so that people don't need to click through millions of pages to try and get to the product that they need. You get prompts that come up, and it just means that the whole transaction is done quicker and you're on to the next customer. The reporting is really important and really helpful for me to be able to see the sales data, both thinking what's selling well, what isn't doing so well. We've got kind of a stock function, so we're doing stock takes, that kind of thing. But obviously I'm doing a lot of cash reporting, sales reports that go across other departments, and being able to have all that information immediately is really important. Now it's a great world where I can have apps for payment, so I can see the real-time payments coming in and compare them to what's going on the till, and it is certainly a lot easier to find if there's an error or there's a drop transaction than it used to be. It used to be quite opaque. Information is power, that is very true, and feeling like you know where to find the information, feeling confident in the data that you're getting is really, really important. The dojos are our card payment machines, which come in different formats. The integration means that all their sales data are linked to particular tills. They have slightly different functions, like we use them differently in the restaurant to how we do on the bar. And it means that all the data feeds straight into Tevalis and it makes a complete report. I was interested to start a kind of pay-by-phone app where customers could scan a barcode or scan a link and then they can pre-order drinks for the interval, drinks in real time. Me and You then as a company, which I had spoken to completely separately, in fact, before they started integrating with Tevalis, being the sort of platform for that people could get on their phones. Me and You then have menus which link directly with Tevalis. So if we're out of stock and Tevalis knows that, it also flows through to the app, which is really helpful. So we don't end up selling something that we don't have. It also means anytime we update stuff, it automatically goes through, and then the customer gets a really nice little site which is all optimised for their phone, where they can go through and browse the different things we have, preset all the different messages, and then they get their drink or snack as they wish in the place that we tell that they need to go and collect it. And all the different sales data, including if there's such a thing as a refund, that all goes directly into Tevalis, and we don't need to do any manual matching up. It's important to be able to be flexible. We do change what we do as a business, and with Tevalis it does seem to be possible that we can change the number of tills. We're flexible with our opening hours. As we said, we are a seasonal venue, so we're not open all year round, and our needs flex and they grow and they contract, which is really important to be able to work with a company who's able to do that for us. It's 2 years on and I'm really happy with the system. It was definitely a good decision to make. It needed to happen. Tevalis have saved us a huge amount of time, extra office time that was spent trying to sort out things that had gone wrong, and I have a lot more time to myself now. Tevalis were really flexible and ready to find out what we needed and where. We had a lot of conversations about how the different sections would work and how the system would mould to that format. So it's certainly something that I think would work in a lot of different styles of venue.